everyone. It's Lydia.
And it's your boy Chucky.
And you all know it's time to get up and tune into your daily BossFM news.
So today we have some very unfortunate world news. Yesterday afternoon, there was a large explosion that went off in Lebanon in their capital city, Beirut. The explosion was so large that it created widespread damage. Earlier reports were suggesting that the explosion was triggered by fireworks at a fireworks warehouse. In the videos that surfaced on Twitter, it seems like there were smaller explosions before the larger blast. Entire streets were blown away. According to Lebanon News, the damage is so bad that military bulldozers had to clear the street for firefighters and ambulance. Here's a clip. There isn't a specific number of casualties and those injured, but hospitals are reporting that they are overwhelmed with hundreds of victims. This comes at an unprecedented time as Lebanon is experiencing an economic crisis that has pushed thousands of people into poverty and sparked the largest anti-government protest the country has seen in more than a decade. I hope everyone affected by this explosion has a speedy recovery.
And in more local news, Hurricane Isaias made landfall in North Carolina early Tuesday morning as a Category 1. The hurricane quickly weakened into a tropical storm but unleashed 70-mile-an-hour winds and left a trail of floods, fires, and hundreds of thousands of people without electricity. A series of tornadoes also touched down in parts of northeastern Carolina and southeastern Virginia overnight and caused some of the storm's most devastating damage. Authorities report 2 people were killed in Bertie County, North Carolina, and 12 people are hospitalized due to the tornadoes. Governor Phil D. Murphy of New Jersey declared a state of emergency for the entire state, and New York and New England were on alert and bracing for the worst of the storm late Tuesday evening.
That is so unfortunate. I'm praying for everyone on the East Coast and in North Carolina. Hope everything goes well. Hope you all are staying safe. So today we have an interesting but not surprising story from CNN Business. Apparently, Black-owned companies are shutting down twice as fast as other businesses due to the coronavirus pandemic. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York released a study explaining the impact of business owners nationwide this week. The report shows that 41% of Black-owned businesses across the country shut down between February and April. Following behind, you have Latino businesses at 32%, Asian businesses at 26%, and white businesses coming in last, of course, at 17%. The authors of the report explained that these are direct results of less access to capital and federal Paycheck Protection Program loans. On top of the funding gap that's been happening well before the pandemic started. Most Black-owned businesses are located in metropolitan areas where large cluster of Black Americans live, which is standard. As we've seen on the social media, since the protests of George Floyd, many people have started this trend of buying Black. I've been making it a point to buy many items from Black creators this year, and I hope everyone is doing the same. I hope everyone is buying Black and, shopping with Black owners.
I know I have as well. And I started doing that before the George Floyd incident. Because I knew I wanted to support more. I knew I could replace a lot of the big name brand things that I buy with Black-owned businesses. And I think it's just sad to see a lot of Black-owned businesses are being affected by the pandemic more than other businesses. Because you want your government to have everyone's best interests at heart, even though, unfortunately, that's not always the case. I just hope, a lot of them flourish even in the midst of this.
All right, guys, it is Wednesday, and it's one of my favorite days of the week because we talk about wine. Welcome to Wine Down Wednesday. So this week, what's your wine, Lydia? What wine do you drink?
My favorite wine is Stella Rosa. Now, I know that might be a little basic because everybody knows about Stella Rosa, but I don't like, the really strong bitter wines. I don't like them. I like the sweeter wines. So Stella Rosa Black is my favorite. I love
And honestly, I agree. Like Stella Rosa is good and it's sweet. They just gotta up the percentage. I need them. I need them to up the percentage. Like if they up the percentage, we'll be cool. My wine this week was actually another one that's pretty common. I was going to plug Cupcake. Cupcake is a really cheap brand. It's around $10. They have really good rosé. I personally enjoy rosé because it's not that sweet, but it's also not that bitter. And it goes good with like anything. So definitely try Stella Rosa and Cupcake. All right, guys, that's it for your Wednesday morning news. Make sure you all tune in tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. for more news updates. And don't forget to tune in later today at 8:30 p.m. for some more entertainment news with BossFM. If you would like to rewatch our shows, as always, they're available for replay on the BossFM app and all of our social media platforms. Again, this is Chucky.
And I'm Lydia.
Thank you all for tuning in. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Okay.